Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I just finished fixing the front active aero on my 92 VR4 and it went pretty well. So I'm pretty motivated to look into the ECS problem that I have. I have the famous ECS problem, which is the sport light keeps blinking. And I've been putting it off for some time until I could finish all the other smaller problems and look into this larger problem. I wasn't sure how complicated it is, so I started reading up the content in 3S, and that's one of the primary reasons why I'm doing this video. So right now, when I use the OBD1 scanner, I see that I have got two DTC codes. It's 61 and 64, and 61 is for the front right and 64 is for the rear left, and I have an actuator fault on those two struts. I read the threads on 3SI, and in many cases what I have found is the wires are actually broken on the actuator, on the connector, because the connector actually connects to the motor that's vertically inserted into the strut. And I think there's a beautiful video posted by somebody. I'll post a link for the video on this on the description of this video, and it basically rotates that cylindrical cap that has got two holes. I think those holes determine how much oil can flow in and out, and based on which I believe the suspension is hard or soft. I think the bigger hole will make it soft and the smaller one will make it hard, and I'm guessing that's how it works. I'm not an expert, but one thing I found on the 3SI forum is, like, if my wires are broken, is this an obvious sign? Is there an obvious sign that I could say, like, yes, this is the problem? So it looks like we had difficulty identifying the broken wires, and which is why I thought maybe I'll make this just quick video and show you how the broken wires look like. And it's very easy to fix. It's not very different from what you would expect. So let me go and show you how the broken wires under the cap and the connector looks like. And then I've got a new set of cups, ECS cups with intact wires and connectors and everything. I got it off eBay for $30. I'm gonna install those and we'll see if that addresses the DTC codes and the suspension starts working again. All right, let's look at the wires now. All right, so I removed the cap. It's just 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and it's pretty simple. I disconnected the harness to the ECU, and when you open it, this is what you see. You can see the broken wires, right? So it's very simple to find if your wires are broken, or if there are bigger problems, like you've got leaks in your struts, or there's a bigger problem. I don't know, I may have multiple problems hiding behind this. Once I fix these wires, maybe a new error code will pop up and I may have to fix that, but I'm hoping this is it, because with the OBD1 scanner, I'm actually able to set the remaining 3 struts to soft. Only this one, since it has a broken connection, it won't let me set it to soft, and it's still stuck in hard. So I'm guessing once I remove this cap, everything should work fine. And I'm not sure why I'm getting the error code 64, which is the rear left one, because I'm able to with the scanner, I'm able to set it to soft mode and again put it back to hard, which is I'm not able to do with this one. So there could be a different problem there. Maybe the wire is fine but something else is broken. I don't know what that is, but we will fix this one first, and then we'll figure out the rest as we go. All right, so see you in a bit. All right folks, so I mounted the replacement one and everything looks good. Pulling the connector out from the strut is very easy. Just take a flathead screwdriver and just push it up and it'll come out very easily. It's not a problem, and just replaced it. And let's go inside the car and turn on the OBD1 scanner and see how things look, and if I'm able to set all of them to soft. We'll see. All right, folks, let's start and see how things look. I don't see here the Tour and Sport light flashing yet, and maybe we're good. Who knows? Let me start it up and let's see how. And there you go. I do not have a sport and touring light flashing anymore. Well, there's a little bit of an engine tick that I can hear. I haven't started the car in a while, but you see the flashing tour and sport light is gone. I don't know if I have to even change the rear actuator, but we're gonna connect the OBD1 scanner and check pretty soon what's going on. But let's try and operate ECS and see what happens. It's in sport. Oh, it started flashing again. So I think the rear one still needs a fix, the rear actuator. Alright, let's connect the DTC code scanner and see what's going on right now. Let's see if I still get 61 and 64 or just 64. And see you in a bit. Alright, folks, so I connected the scanner. Let's go and check what's happening. ECS suspension. Okay. Okay. It's all hard, not activated. Scan DTC codes. Okay, I'm still getting 61 and 64. You can see front right. Okay, let me set them to soft mode and see what happens. Soft mode. Okay, what if I do a clear DTC code? Okay, back, ACS suspension. Okay, you see the rear right one, that is still hard and it didn't get set to soft, so that means the actuator on the rear right one has a problem. Rear left one has a problem, so I'm gonna have to replace the cap on that one too, and that's what is probably causing the sport light to blink again. Okay, so I'm gonna head on to eBay right now and order the rear ones. I know there's a guy on eBay who has them for sale, but at least you can see the front ones are all good now. So I was still getting the DTC code, but maybe it'll get reset after you drive a little bit, but I manually reset it here and I think that is okay. If I scan DTC codes again, what do I get? I may have to drive it a little bit to get the codes again, but I can see it's already set to soft. Alright, let me get the other parts and replace the rear one, and we'll do this test once more. See you in a bit. Alright folks, so I still need to, I got the rear cap out. I checked the continuity and measured the resistance on those wires, and everything is perfect. There's no problem with the harness and the connectors. The wires are not broken. So now I did some more research. I read the manual and also on 3SI, and looks like the terminal 4 and 5, those are the positive and negatives of the motor. So I'm gonna give 9 volt to those terminals and see if I can get the motor to turn and the actuator to make some noise and see. So I'm gonna repeat this a few times and see how it goes. Let me start. You hear the sound? I can hear the sound. Okay, now I'm gonna switch the polarity and try to turn it the other way and test it again. Do it a few times and hopefully the motor is not jammed, and we'll connect the harness and test it from the ECS switch and see how that goes. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, I did it a few times. Switch the polarity and turn the motor on both sides. I don't know what to expect. Let's see. Okay, did you hear that sound? I did hear that sound. Sport, off. And every time I press the button, you can hear the sound. Alright guys, as you can see, there's no blinking sport button here and everything looks good. I'm gonna see if I can set now all four of them to soft mode. Let's go and find ECS suspension. Let's see. I'm sure the DTC codes are still not clear. That's because I think you have to run the car a little bit. Everything is soft, 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 soft. Love it. I love it. This is all I ever wanted. Oh, front left went hard, soft. Okay. There was a small flicker in the front left that went to hard and came back to soft. Maybe it was resetting something, I don't know. That's the connector and the harness and the cap that I replaced. But everything is set to soft and there's no warning lights. So this is a mega success. I'm beyond happy. So many thanks to the guys on 3SI who posted this technique, like you can directly apply alternating positive negative 9 volts to the motor terminals and unstuck your actuator motor, and there you go. Everything is working as perfect now. My god. Okay, I have reached that stage where every single active component in this car works. The active exhaust works, the active suspension works, active aero works, front and back both, and I'm the happiest man on this planet. Alright guys, thank you for watching.